good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, all of you, for taking the time to be here in our last session. Before we begin, just a quickly reminder about confidentiality. As you all know, it is important for you to keep confidentiality serious at all time. Everything that is being said here should stay here. The only way I will be breaking that promise is if I hear you say something about hurting yourself or hurting someone else, or if someone else is hurting you. About the rules of the group session, you know that you should respect each other, and if someone is talking, don't interrupt, and you should not judge or criticize anyone's opinion. Are we clear on that?
Yes.
Yes, okay, well, thank you. Moving on, briefly describing what we spoke last session. You guys remember we talked about budgeting our time, that in our lives we have a lot of things going on. Remember during our activity, we kind of like put some of the things we want to and we have to do as our daily lives, and we came up with more than 24 hours. So as a homework, we agreed that we were gonna be creating a planner. So I don't know if anyone wanna share with me how you guys felt about creating planner, if you guys were able to do it.
I want to say that because it's the first time, I struggle a little bit because sometimes I would forget, like, to write something down. So as soon as I remember, it's like, oh, I forgot. So I would go back and write down, some of the things that I did, so that at the end of the week, it wasn't that hard, to remember what you did. So I try to do a little bit every day of the things that I was doing.
Okay, thank you, Marina, for sharing. What about you? Do you feel that kind of helped you? Was it difficult?
I tried to. I did not finish it because I would forget that I had to do it. So I would go back, but I would forget some things that I did, or the hours I spent on my phone, or the hours I did in some subjects. But I was like, okay, I have to start doing it. I guess by the end of the week I started
Kind of
getting the
rhythm.
the rhythm of the.
Thank you. How about you?
I think it was okay.
It was okay for
Yeah.
you?
I didn't have trouble.
No. Do you guys notice anything like, oh gosh, I'm doing a lot of stuff, or you know what, it helped you plan your day, or?
I did. I noticed that I had more time. I had knowledge of what I was spending on social media or my phone or watching TV, that I actually knew okay, I have to manage my time in order to do my homework and study for my test.
Okay, well, good. As we were talking on our last two sessions, time is very important for us to manage as we manage money, right? As we get older, we're gonna be getting more responsibilities. You're gonna be graduating from high school, and then you're gonna enroll in college or university, and there's gonna be a lot of things going on in your life. And if you don't manage yourself, then it's gonna be an overwhelming situation. For example, when you have a test going on, but then you have family, and then you have homework, and then there's so many things. So if you don't manage yourself, then it's gonna be creating problems. I know some of you said that sometimes you don't have time to eat. Has anything happened to you like that? That sometimes you have so many things to do and you don't have time to eat sometimes?
Today in the morning, I had to study. Well, I studied last night for my test, for my algebra 2 test. But I went in the morning to ask for help to my teacher because I wasn't getting one of the questions, and I wasn't able to eat breakfast because I was in a hurry to be able to study more.
What about sleep? Anyone has I slept a few hours because I had to study a lot. And
I do that all the time. I've noticed that I have to sleep more because I tend to fall asleep really late and wake up really early in order to take the bus to school. So it does, I've noticed that I've slept in a day 6 hours or 5 hours maybe. Sometimes when I have to study really late to finish all my homework.
mm-hmm. So there's going to be a lot of factors affecting our time. And our short-term goal is for us to finish high school successful. We don't want to flunk a class. We don't want to get a low GPA that means we cannot qualify for university. So we need to start practicing those habits of creating a calendar, organizing ourselves with time. I'm gonna share a story. When I was in university, I was working full time. I was in school full time. I was married. I had so many things going on. sometimes remember me going to like family reunions and I was trying to be there, but at the same time I was reading. And then I was like, and then plus I had a business, so I would work full time, I would work part time in my business, and then I was, go to school, and then plus do all the house chores, and so I was doing it for a while, and I was okay. I was sleeping only for maybe like 3 hours, 4 hours a day, and then eating maybe twice a day sometimes, because I was switching from one job to another that I would forget to eat or didn't have time to eat. So after a while, my body started reacting. I started getting headaches, and then my joints were hurting a lot. So I went and talked to a doctor because it was not something normal in me, like, why I'm feeling this way. So the doctor told me, you know what? So you have two options. Either you start like budgeting your time, like, remove stuff from your plate. If not, your own health is gonna ask you to do it because you're overstressed, you have a lot of stuff on you, your body is reacting. So it is very important, like from my personal experience, is to keep, track of our time, managing all the activities we want to do. And that's something that maybe you don't have it now, but as you get older, as I say, you're going to be getting those responsibilities. So we're going to do a small activity before we close our session. So just pick two. It's going to be a question. So just read the question and then finish the question, whatever you want to say, however you feel. Basically, I just want to know, what are you going to be taking out of this session? What are you going to be learning? What do you learn from this session? So if you want to start off, Marina.
It says, I learned that as a student, I need to better manage my time and spend more time with the things that are important.
Okay, thank you.
The same one? Mm-hmm. I was reminded that I'm human and I can only do so much. So I have to, if I want to succeed, I have to do time management. And I really like the fact that you gave us a couple of, or you taught us a couple of ways on how we can do that. For example, by doing the calendar or that. So I thought that was a good idea.
Okay, I never knew that I spend so much time doing other stuff instead of doing school stuff that it's more important, like social media or like watching TV or whatever. And I especially enjoyed having the time to do my time management, the calendar, and like going through the things I actually do and I'm not supposed to, instead of doing like eating or sleeping or doing my homework, and be focused on school, which is like my goal to graduate.
Thank you.
I plan to change watching a lot of Netflix or doing other things that I've done at home because I spend way too much time doing like watching Netflix or being on social media. And I was surprised that I don't spend a lot of time doing my homework.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing your questions. So what do you guys think that you guys will take from this group to your real life? How will you be able to apply what you learned here in your real life?
To manage my time.
Yeah.
Manage time.
Yeah, that's a thing. I feel like that's the most important thing that I learned, to manage your time.
I feel that it was important to open up, and as we're discussing, I feel that we learn where it is that we're lacking.
Mm-hmm. And then that we are kind of in the same boat, right? We are high school students. Well, you guys are, not me. You guys are high school students trying to, finish high school and try to be involved in activities, and at the same time have time with family or friends. So there's a lot of things going on. So that was the purpose of this group, to show you techniques on how to become successful student, a successful member in society, because this is something that you can take not only for school but for your daily lives. That's something that you will follow as you get older. So before we close our session, I would like if you can please answer this survey for me. You don't have to put your name, just for me to know how can I improve our services, if we can improve our programs. So be honest and just answer these questions, and after we finish our survey, if you girls don't have any other question, we're gonna be concluding our group session. and I'll give you some words later. So here it is, and here are the pencils.
Are we gonna share the answers?
No, this is confidential. This is just for me to improve the services that we offer. Thank you. Thank you.
Extra bonus points.
There's no points. I'm sorry for that. There's no points, but I really appreciate your comments, and I really had a good time working with all of you. Kind of reminded me when I was in high school, and I was like going through the same stuff you guys girls are going through. So even though we're not longer gonna be in the group setting, you know, just to remind you that I'm available to you. You know where is my office. You know my contact information. Feel free to look for me if you need help one-on-one, or if you have any other friends that are interested in being part of our group sessions. I'm gonna be posting some other like activities we're gonna be working on, or some other like subjects we're gonna be discussing or creating groups. I don't know if you guys have any questions for me. No?
I just want to say thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule so that you can help us on how to do time management.
Thank you. Okay, thank you.
You want something?